हेलो दोस्तों, बिगनर्स पॉइंट में आपका स्वागत है और अभी हम कर रहे हैं करंट अफेयर। इंडिया श्रीलंका मैरीटाइम लिंक्स स्ट्रेंथन विद एक्सटेंडेड ferry support. The Indian government has extended financial assistance for another year to support the passenger India Sri Lanka ferry service between Nagapattinam and Kankesturai. The move is in line with India's continued commitment to strengthening regional connectivity and people to people ties with Sri Lanka. The assistance will continue under the viability gap funding mechanism with over 300 million Sri Lankan rupees and mark annually. This support helps ensure affordable fares and uninterrupted service by covering critical logistical and operational expenses. Since its relaunch in August 2024, the ferry has been utilized by over 15,000 passengers, boosting cultural, economic, and social exchanges. It marks a significant step in revitalizing maritime links between the two countries. Air India operating two relief flights to Ahmedabad for kin of crash victims. Air India is operating two relief flights, one each from Delhi and Mumbai to Ahmedabad for the next of kin of passenger Air India staff. The flights from Delhi and Mumbai to Ahmedabad depart at 11 p.m. tonight. The flights from Ahmedabad to Delhi departs tomorrow in the wee hours at 1:10 a.m. from Ahmedabad to Mumbai at 1:15 a.m. NCC Everest Expedition Team achieves 100% summit success despite harsh conditions. The National Cadet Corps Mount Everest Expedition Team, who recently conducted a successful summit to Mount Everest, has achieved a 100% summit success rate despite harsh weather and difficult terrain. 10 cadets, comprising 5 boys and 5 girls, were novice climbers who underwent rigorous selection and training. Talking to Akashvani News, the team shared their experience. A mountaineer from West Bengal and the Sikkim Directorate, Fatima Rai, said that climbing the mountain was very challenging. She added that it was not only physically challenging but also had a great impact mentally and emotionally. Centre approves procurement of 1 lakh empty pulses and oilseeds for summer 2025-26. The centre has approved the procurement of a total quantity of 54,166 metric tons of moong under the price support scheme in the states of Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, and Gujarat for the summer crop season 2025-26. Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, in a statement, said that the government has also approved the procurement of 50,750 metric tons of groundnut in Uttar Pradesh for summer crops season 2025-26. During the meeting, Union Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Shivraj Singh Chauhan has also given approval to extend the period of procurement in Andhra Pradesh by another 15 days to the 26th of this month in the interest of farmers. Officers must work towards inclusive governance, Lok Sabha Speaker at Lavasana. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla today addressed the training officers at the valedictory ceremony of the 127th Induction Training Program at the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration in Missouri. He stated that administrative officers have the ability to bring about socio-economic changes in people's lives and to take the nation to the new heights. Therefore, every officer should aim to be final point of resolution for public issues and ensure that the benefits of governmental and administrative programs reach the underprivileged. Indian Coast Guard chairs 137th Offshore Security Coordination Committee meet in New Delhi. Indian Coast Guard has chaired 137th meeting of the Offshore Security Coordination Committee in New Delhi today. The meeting aimed to review the preparedness and effectiveness of the security of India's offshore installations and enhance joint response mechanism. The committee further underscored the imperative of enhancing joint responses to safeguard vital energy infrastructure. Indian Army deploys 130 personnel for HADR operations after Ahmedabad plane crash. The Indian Army has deployed teams comprising approximately 130 personnel to assist civil administration in the ongoing humanitarian assistance and disaster relief (HADR) efforts following the Air India flight crash in Ahmedabad. In a statement, the Indian Army said its response includes engineering teams with JCBs for debris clearance, medical teams comprising doctors and paramedics, quick action teams, firefighting assets with fire extinguishers and water browsers, and provost staff for site management. The military hospital has also been placed on standby. Modi-Carney meet to focus on bilateral global issues (MEA) on India-Canada relations ahead of G7 summit. The External Affairs Ministry today said the meeting between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney on the sidelines of the G7 summit will offer an opportunity to exchange views on bilateral and global issues. In a reply to the question of on Mr. Modi's proposed visit to Canada to attend G7 summit, MEA spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal said that the Prime Minister received a call from the Canadian Prime Minister last week inviting him to the G7 summit. He said India and Canada are vibrant democracies bound by shared democratic values, a steadfast commitment to the rule of law and vibrant people to people ties. PM Modi calls Air India crash heartbreaking beyond words. PM Modi Prime Minister Narendra Modi has termed the Air India flight crash as heartbreaking beyond words. He said he is in touch with ministers and authorities who are working to assist those affected. He said his thoughts are with everyone affected by in it. In this sad hour, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar expressed sadness over the unfortunate incident in Ahmedabad. In a social media post, Mr. Dhankar said that in this moment of grief, the nation stands united in solidarity with the affected people. The Vice President shared his thoughts and prayers are with all those affected. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh facilitates NCC cadets who summited Mount Everest. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh today facilitated National Cadet Corps (NCC) cadets in New Delhi who were recently summited Mount Everest. During the meeting, the minister said the NCC deserves praise for deciding to send its cadets to this summit. He added that the summit was a test of their discipline and patience. Mr. Singh also presented a check of 10 lakh rupees for achieving the feat in the hardship of conditions without any injury. The minister also congratulated the cadets and their families, saying that the NCC has successfully inculcated a sense of national pride in its cadets. PM Modi hails young innovators, saying Digital India made nation a global tech powerhouse. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has lauded India's young innovators for their pivotal role in advancing technology and driving the nation's self-reliance. Digital India has empowered the youth to harness innovation, reinforcing India's position as a global technology powerhouse over the past 11 years. Responding to posts on social media X by my government India, Mr. Modi said that leveraging the power of technology has brought innumerable benefits for the people. The Digital India initiative has turned technology into a tool for empowerment, bridging gaps, unlocking opportunities, and making governance more accessible and transparent for every citizen. He said service delivery and transparency have been greatly boosted, and the technology has become a means of empowering the lives of the poorest of the poor. विकसित कृषि संकल्प अभियान ब्रिजेस गैप बिटवीन रिसर्च एंड ग्रासरूट्स फार्मिंग यूनियन मिनिस्टर शिवराज सिंह चौहान Union Agriculture Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan said that the Viksit Krishi Sankalp Abhiyan has successfully bridged the gap between scientific research and grassroots farming, paving the way for a more sustainable, profitable, and export-oriented Indian agriculture sector. Speaking at the Farmers' Conclave in Bardoli in Gujarat on the occasion of the culmination of Viksit Krishi Sankalp Abhiyan, he underscored the central government's ambitious roadmap for India's agricultural renaissance. Speaking about Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision, Chauhan emphasized the integration of scientific research with grassroots farming practices under the Viksit Krishi Sankalp Abhiyan as a key part of the broader Viksit Bharat initiative. Over 1 lakh yoga events to mark International Day of Yoga on June 21. On International Day of Yoga on the 21st of this month, more than 1 lakh yoga events based on a common yoga protocol will be conducted simultaneously from 6:30 to 7:40 in the morning. This year's theme in one is One Earth, One Health. Addressing the media in New Delhi, Union Ayush Minister Pratap Rao Jadhav said that the main event will held at Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will participate. He said more than 65,000 organizations from across the nation have registered to host the Yoga Sangam. Mr. Jadhav added that the representatives from around 40 countries will participate in the main Yoga Day event at Visakhapatnam. Ministry Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju inaugurate Lok Samvardhan Parv to showcase minority artisans. Minority Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju today inaugurated the Lok Samvardhan Parv at Rajghat in New Delhi. The event, which will culminate on Sunday, showcased the governance key schemes, programs, and achievements under the vision of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, Sabka Prayas. It also highlights the continuous efforts to the government towards the economic empowerment of minority communities, especially artisans and traditional craft people. Talking to the media, Mr. Raju said the workers of the village have a lot of talent and the platform has been created to bring their handmade art of the market. He added that the event will also help the mobility of the products from different states to one another. DBT surged 90-fold in decade, says PM. CSFM. India tops global real-time payments. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman today said that there has been a more than 90 times increase in direct benefit transfer (DBT) in just a decade. In a social media post, Ms. Sitharaman said that from over 7,000 crore in 2040, DBT has risen to 683 lakh crore in the last financial year. In another post, the minister stated that India also leads the world in real-time payments, has also transaction of more than 260 lakh crore rupees were proposed in 2024-25. She added that nearly 18,600 crore transactions by volume are being handled by annually. India-France joint military drills exercise Shakti 2025 to be held in France from June 18 to July 1. The eighth edition of Exercise Shakti 2025, a joint military exercise between India and France, will be held from 18th June to 1st July at La Clavierie in France. The aim of the exercise is to enhance the joint military capability of both sides to undertake multi-domain operations in a sub-conventional scenario. In a social media post, the Indian Army said that the joint exercise will facilitate developing interoperability bonhomie and camaraderie between the armies of both nations. India-Sweden partnership a model for mutual growth. Union Minister Piyush Goyal said this. Union Minister Piyush Goyal addressed the India-UK Business Roundtable in London, United Kingdom on Tuesday, April 29, 2025. Union Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal has said that India-Sweden partnership is a model of how two diverse economies can create mutual benefit through shared vision and cooperation. He was addressing the Confederation of Swedish Enterprises and interacting with leading Swedish and Indian business leaders during the India Sweden High Level Trade and Investment Policy Forum in Sweden yesterday. UGC warns institutions over anti-ragging compliance, threaten funding cuts and derecognition. UGC has directed institutions that have failed to submit the mandatory anti-ragging undertakings by students and compliance undertaking to submit the anti-ragging compliance and get online undertaking from all students within 30 days. It has asked these institutions to provide a comprehensive report on measures adopted to prevent ragging within the campus. UGC cautioned that failure to comply within the stipulated timeframe may result in regulatory action, including withdrawal of UGC grants and funding. Failure to comply will also lead to public disclosure of non-compliance and consideration for de-recognition and or withdrawal of affiliation subject of to further review. PM Modi approves 6,405 crore railway projects to boost connectivity, commerce, sustainability. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that two new railway projects will improve connectivity, commerce, and also boost sustainability. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs (CCEA), chaired by Prime Minister Modi, has approved two multi-tracking projects across the Indian railway network entailing an investment of 6,400 4,005 crore rupees. The first project relates to the doubling of the 133-kilometer Koderma-Barkanana railway line, which passes through a major coal-producing area of Jharkhand. The second project involves doubling of the 185-kilometer Bellary-Chikjur railway line, which traverses through Bellary and Chitradurga district of Karnataka and Anantapur district of Andhra Pradesh. The two projects, covering seven districts across the states of Jharkhand, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh, will increase the existing network of Indian Railways by about 300 km, 18 km, are expected to generate direct employment for about 108 lakh human days during construction. The projects are the result of the PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan for Multi-Modal Connectivity, which has been made possible through integrated planning and will provide seamless connectivity for the movement of people, goods, and service. EAM S. Jaishankar says India EU free trade agreement feasible by end of 2025. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has said that the India-European Union Free Trade Agreement is feasible by the end of 2025. He said India places a high priority on its relations with the European Union. The centerpiece, the centerpiece of which is free trade agreement negotiation that are making very good progress. Speaking at the German Marshall Fund (GMF) forum in Brussels, Dr. Jaishankar expressed confidence that the year-end timeline set for the compliance of India-EU Free Trade Agreement (FTA) seems feasible following his in-depth talks with EU officials this week. He also highlighted the strength of the two-way relationship that goes beyond trade to cover aspects of defense and security, mobility, talent flows, and education. Dr. Jaishankar said that there is a complex equilibrium in the world as India and China have risen to power, and these countries also happen to be neighbors. He said, apart from border issue, there are trade and economic issue as well. Dr. Jaishankar said that unsettled boundary dispute play a huge role in their relations. The External Affairs Minister said that China and India have civilizational ties and have had a parallel rise. On the issue of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, Jaishankar highlighted India's stance favoring a negotiated सेटलमेंट ऑफ डिफरेंसेस और इसी के साथ करंट अफेयर्स हो जाती है आपकी समाप्त।